Have you been wondering why your life feels unusually quiet while everyone else seems to be moving ahead? What if that silence isn't a sign that you've been forgotten, but a sign that something important has been kept hidden until the right moment? Before you scroll away, listen carefully, because today's message may speak to the season you are living through. There are moments when heaven appears silent, when every prayer feels unanswered, and every closed door makes you question your purpose. But what if the delay isn't a rejection? What if it is preparation? Some of the greatest callings are never announced in advance. They are revealed only when the appointed time arrives. My beloved child, I have seen every tear you tried to hide, every night you wondered if your faith was enough, and every moment you believed your opportunity had passed you by. You have mistaken hiddenness for failure, but they are not the same. I have not been pushing you aside. I've been shaping you where no one else could see. The silence has never been empty. It has been filled with purpose. The day you have been waiting for is not being created today. It has already been prepared. Your appointment was written long before you saw the first obstacle. Do not measure your future by your present circumstances, because what I am about to reveal will make the waiting worthwhile. Stay with me until the end of this message, because what comes next may completely change the way you see this season of your life. Do not rush to leave this season, my beloved child, because there are lessons in the hidden places that cannot be learned in the spotlight. While you have been asking me to open doors, I have been preparing the person who will walk through them. If I had answered every prayer the moment you asked, you would have received the blessing before you were ready to carry its weight. You have looked at your life and compared it with others. You have wondered why people with less faith seem to move ahead while you remain in the same place. But comparison has hidden the truth from your eyes. You are not running the same race, and you are not following the same timeline. I do not write identical stories for my children. Some are called quickly, but others are shaped deeply before they are revealed. Think about the seed buried beneath the ground. To those standing above the surface, it looks forgotten. Days pass, weeks pass. Nothing appears to change. Yet beneath the soil, life is quietly growing where no human eye can see it. The greatest transformation happens in the places that look the most silent. That is where you have been. You have called it delay, but heaven has called it development. You have called it loneliness, but I have called it closeness. You have called it failure, but I have called it preparation. Every difficult moment has been building a strength inside you that success alone could never produce. There were opportunities you wanted that I allowed to pass by. There were relationships you begged me to restore that I quietly removed. There were answers you expected immediately, yet all you received was silence. It felt painful, and at times you wondered if I was still listening. I was. Every closed door protected you from walking into a season that was not meant for you. Every disappointment redirected your steps toward an appointment that had already been written with your name upon it. Nothing has been random. Nothing has been wasted. Even the moments that made you question everything have been woven together for a purpose greater than you can currently imagine. Listen carefully now, because this is the truth your heart has been longing to hear. Your calling has never been lost. It has never been cancelled. It has never been given to someone else. It has simply remained hidden until the moment when your character could carry what your destiny requires. I never reveal my greatest works before their appointed time. When I finally bring you into the light, people will believe it happened overnight. They will celebrate the victory they can see, but they will never fully understand the years of quiet obedience, unseen battles, and faithful endurance that brought you to that moment. So stop measuring your future by today's silence. The silence is not your ending. It is the sound of heaven preparing your entrance. And sooner than you think, what has remained hidden will begin to unfold before your eyes in ways that no one will be able to deny. And when that moment finally arrives, my beloved child, you will understand why I asked you to wait. There are blessings that come quickly, and there are callings that are carefully prepared. Yours has never been ordinary. That is why your journey has felt different from the people around you. While they were chasing recognition, I was building your foundation. While they were looking for applause, I was teaching you to trust me, even when no one noticed your faith. If these words are touching your heart, take a moment to write, "I trust your timing," in the comments. It is more than a comment. It is a declaration of faith that you refuse to give up before your appointed time. My beloved child, I know there were nights when you questioned your purpose. You smiled in front of others while silently asking me, "Lord, when will my life change?" I heard every one of those prayers. Not a single tear escaped my attention, and not one moment of your waiting has been meaningless. Remember this: I never waste a season. Every delay has been preparing you for something greater than you can see today. The doors that stayed closed were not meant to punish you. They were protecting the future I have already planned for you. Very soon, people who overlooked you will begin to notice a change they cannot explain. They will wonder what happened. They will think your breakthrough came suddenly. But you will know the truth. It was growing quietly while no one was watching, so do not lose hope now. You are closer than you realize. Keep your heart steady, keep your faith alive, and keep walking one step at a time. The appointment that heaven prepared for you has not disappeared. It is moving closer with every passing day. Stay with me, because what I am about to reveal next is the sign that many people miss just before their calling begins to unfold. The sign that many people miss. My beloved child, is not a sudden miracle. It is a quiet change within their own heart. Before I change your circumstances, I begin changing you. I replace fear with peace, confusion with clarity, and hopelessness with quiet confidence. Others may not notice it at first, but heaven does. You may still wake up in the same house. You may still face the same challenges. Yet something inside you begins to whisper, "Don't give up now." That whisper is not your imagination. It is my spirit reminding you that I am closer than you realize. Many people walk away just before their breakthrough because they mistake the final test for another disappointment. Do not make that mistake. Some of the hardest days come immediately before the greatest change. The enemy wants you to believe that nothing is happening. But heaven has been moving behind the scenes every single day. If you have stayed through this message because you believe God is still writing your story, type, "My time is coming," in the comments. Let your words become a declaration of faith, not because you have already seen the answer, but because you trust the one who holds your future, my beloved child. I know you have wondered why certain doors closed without explanation. I know you have questioned why opportunities slipped away just when you thought they were finally yours. But look back for a moment. Some of the things you once begged me for would have taken you away from the purpose I created you to fulfill. What felt like rejection was often my protection. Never believe that your value is measured by how many people recognize you. Before the world ever knew your name, I did. Before anyone believed in your calling, I had already written it. Your identity has never depended on the opinions of people. It has always rested safely in my hands, so keep serving with a humble heart. Keep choosing faith over fear. Keep praying even when the answers seem delayed. Every act of obedience, every quiet prayer, every step of faith is becoming part of the testimony you will one day share with others. There is a reason your spirit has been restless lately. It is because the season is beginning to change. I'm preparing conversations you did not expect, opening doors no human can shut, and placing the right people in your path at the right time. You do not have to force what I have already planned. When your appointed moment arrives, it will not need to be chased. It will find you exactly where I have called you to be. And on that day, you will finally understand that every delay, every tear, every unanswered question was leading you toward a purpose far greater than you could see. Stay with me until the end, because the next truth I am about to reveal may be the confirmation your heart has been praying for. The confirmation you have been praying for, my beloved child, is often much closer than you think. Many people expect me to speak through something dramatic, yet so often I whisper to the heart that has chosen to remain still. If you have been sensing a quiet hope rising inside you lately, even after everything you have faced, do not ignore it. That hope is not there by accident. There is a reason you have survived battles that should have broken you. There is a reason you are still standing after the disappointments, the unanswered prayers, and the moments when you felt completely alone. I've been preserving you for a purpose that is greater than your pain. You have asked me, Lord, when will my golden appointment finally come? Listen carefully. Your appointment is not simply a date on a calendar. It is the moment when my preparation and my perfect timing meet. It is the moment when the doors I have kept closed begin to open together. It is when the people I have chosen for your journey recognize what I placed inside you long before they ever met. No one can delay what I have already appointed. No one can steal what I have already written. No one can cancel what heaven has already approved. That is why I have been asking you to remain faithful instead of fearful. If this message has encouraged you so far, write "God's timing is perfect" in the comments. Let those words remind you that your faith is stronger than your fear. And know that many others reading your comment may find hope through your simple declaration. My beloved child, stop looking at the clock with anxiety. The world tells you that you are running out of time, but I tell you that you are walking according to my time. My schedule has never been controlled by human deadlines. I'm never late, and I have never forgotten a promise that I have spoken. The waiting season has taught you patience. The lonely season has taught you dependence. The difficult season has taught you perseverance. These were not punishments. They were gifts that prepared you to carry what is coming next. Imagine giving a priceless treasure to someone who has never learned responsibility. The treasure would quickly become a burden. In the same way, I have been shaping your heart before placing greater opportunities into your hands. What I'm about to entrust to you requires wisdom, humility, and faith, qualities that are formed in the hidden places. Soon, you will begin to notice small changes. A conversation you did not expect. A door opening where every other door remained closed. Peace replacing worry. Courage replacing doubt. Do not dismiss these moments as coincidence. Often, they are the first signs that your appointed season has begun. Even now, I'm arranging circumstances you cannot yet see. I'm moving people into position. I'm removing obstacles before you even know they exist. While you sleep, I continue working. While you wait, I continue preparing. While you pray, I continue making a way. So refuse to let discouragement have the final word. Refuse to believe the lie that nothing is changing. Every day you continue to trust me. You are one step closer to the purpose I designed specifically for your life. One day, you will look back at this season and realize that what seemed like endless silence was actually heaven's workshop. I was building your character, strengthening your faith, protecting your future, and preparing a testimony that would inspire others who are walking through the same valley. Do not give up. No, do not stop believing now. Do not walk away just because you cannot yet see the whole picture. Your story is still being written, and the best chapter has not been read yet. Stay with me until the very end, because in the next part I will reveal the final truth about what you must do when your golden appointment finally arrives and why that moment can change the rest of your life forever. When your golden appointment finally arrives, my beloved child, the greatest question will not be whether you are talented enough. The question will be whether your heart is ready to carry what I have prepared for you. Many people pray for open doors, but few prepare themselves to walk through them with humility. That is why I have spent so much time shaping your character before revealing your calling. Success without wisdom fades quickly, but a life built on faith can bless generations. Do not be afraid of the responsibility that is coming. I will never call you into a purpose without giving you the strength to fulfill it. The same hands that carried you through every difficult season will continue to guide you in every new beginning. If this message has spoken to your heart, write, "I am ready, Lord," in the comments. Let it be more than words. Let it be a prayer that says, "I trust you, even when I cannot see every step ahead." My beloved child, there will always be voices telling you that you are not qualified, not experienced enough, or that you have waited too long. Do not allow those voices to become louder than mine. I have never chosen people because they were perfect. I have chosen those who were willing to trust me completely. Remember how many times you thought your story was over. Remember the moments when you almost gave up because nothing seemed to change. Yet here you are, still listening, still believing, and still searching for my direction. That is not an accident. It is evidence that I have been holding you all along. The days ahead may surprise you. Some blessings will arrive in ways you never expected. Some answers will come from places you never imagined. Some opportunities will appear so naturally that you will recognize my fingerprints all over them. When those moments come, do not forget the quiet seasons that brought you there. Stay humble. Stay grateful. Continue to seek me before making every important decision. The blessing is not meant to replace your relationship with me. It is meant to deepen it. There will be people who suddenly notice your growth. Some will celebrate you, while others may question how everything changed so quickly. You do not need to defend yourself. Your testimony will speak louder than your explanation. The peace, wisdom, and strength I have built within you will become visible to everyone around you. Never forget this truth. Your calling was never about making your name great. It has always been about allowing my light to shine through your life so that others who feel forgotten, discouraged, or broken can find hope again. So walk forward with confidence, not because you know everything about tomorrow, but because you know the one who already stands in tomorrow waiting for you. Every step you take in faith is another step toward the purpose I planned before you were even aware of it. I have never left you. I have never forgotten you. I have never changed my mind about you. Your waiting season is not the final chapter of your story. It has simply been the road leading to the moment when my plan becomes visible. Now receive this peace in your heart. You are not hidden because you have been rejected. You have been hidden because you have been protected. And when the right moment comes, no power on earth will be able to stop what I have ordained for your life. Stay until the end. Because there is one final truth I want you to carry with you forever. A truth that will remind you, even on your hardest days, that your purpose has always been safely held in my hands. And now, my beloved child, before this message comes to an end, there is one final truth I want you to carry with you. Not just today, not just this week, but for the rest of your journey. One day, you will look back on this season and realize that the very moments you thought were holding you back were actually pushing you toward your destiny. The delays, the disappointments, the closed doors, the unanswered questions, none of them were accidents. They were pieces of a story that I was carefully writing, even when you could not read the pages. I know there were times when you felt invisible, times when you watched others succeed while you struggled, times when you wondered why your efforts seemed unnoticed, times when you questioned whether your prayers were reaching heaven at all. But my beloved child, if you could see everything from my perspective, you would understand that I never stopped working for a single moment. While you were worrying, I was preparing. While you were waiting, I was arranging. While you were crying, I was protecting. While you were doubting, I was making a way. You thought you were standing still, but I was moving mountains you could not see. You thought your story had paused, but heaven was writing a chapter that would be worth the wait. This is why you must stop calling yourself forgotten. Forgotten people do not receive promises. Forgotten people do not receive purpose. Forgotten people do not continue feeling my presence calling them forward. The fact that you are here, listening to these words, still hoping despite everything you have faced, is proof that your story is not over. In fact, it is closer to its breakthrough than you realize. There is a reason the enemy fought you so hard, there is a reason. Discouragement tried to convince you to quit. There is a reason fear kept whispering that nothing would ever change. Because the closer a person gets to their calling, the more opposition often appears. The battle was never proof that you were abandoned. The battle was proof that your purpose still mattered. And now I want you to imagine something. Imagine standing at the end of this chapter of your life. Imagine looking back at every sleepless night, every disappointment, every setback, every tea. Would you remove those moments if you could? Right now you might say yes, but one day, after you see what I was building through them, you will understand why they were necessary, because those experiences created a strength that success alone could never teach. They created wisdom. They created patience. They created compassion. They created faith. And those gifts will stay with you long after the struggle is gone. My beloved child, your golden appointment is not simply about receiving a blessing. It is about becoming the person I created you to be. It is about stepping into the purpose that was written over your life long before you knew my name. It is about shining light into places where others have lost hope. It is about becoming living proof that waiting on me is never wasted. And when that appointment finally arrives, do not forget who carried you through the waiting season. Do not forget the prayers you prayed in secret. Do not forget the lessons you learned in the darkness. Do not forget the faith that kept you moving when there was no visible evidence that anything was changing, because those moments are part of your testimony. They are part of the story that will inspire someone else to keep going when they feel like giving up. One day, someone will hear your story and realize that if I was faithful to you, I can be faithful to them too. That is why your journey matters. That is why your waiting mattered. That is why your pain was never meaningless. And now, before I leave you with this final blessing, I want you to do something. If you truly believe that God has a purpose for your life, write "My appointment is coming" in the comments. Let it be your declaration of faith. Let it be your reminder that your future is not determined by your current circumstances. Let it be a statement that says, "I may not see everything yet, but I trust the one who does." My beloved child, walk forward with courage. Walk forward with hope. Walk forward knowing that what has been hidden is not lost. What has been delayed is not denied. What has been prepared for you cannot be taken away by fear, doubt, or the opinions of others. Your calling still stands. Your purpose still remains. Your appointment is still written in heaven. And when the right moment arrives, everything that once seemed confusing will suddenly make sense. Until then, keep believing, keep praying, keep trusting, keep moving forward, because you are not waiting for your story to begin. You are already living it, and the author of your story has never left your side. May peace fill your heart. May strength fill your spirit. May hope rise within you again, and may you remember every single day that you are not forgotten. You are not abandoned, and you are not defeated. You are simply being prepared for the moment heaven has already set aside for you, and that moment is closer than you think. God bless you.